instead, I'm going to be doing more videos on Palworld because it's the only thing I can do right now to keep myself sane while I'm waiting for it. And I decided to look in at the Steam page because they have more information. Maybe a lot of you don't know about this game yet, but I wanted to show you the features. So based on what they have available on Steam, it says Palworld is a multiplayer open world survival crafting monster breeding game set in a world where mysterious creatures called Pal live. Meet, catch, breed, fight, work with, sell, dismantle, and even eat pals. You can freely interact with a variety of pals and explore the vast world as you wish. And you can see some example in the GIFs that they're showing that you can indeed travel to distant places with your huge whale pal or have one help you fly across an area. It's really interesting. About the creatures, it says that these creatures called Pal live in the world of Palworld. Their appearance, size, personality, and specialties. They have a variety of personalities and can't wait to meet you. What I like here is in the bottom picture, you can see the genetics where two creatures will come together and you'll get a different form of the creature based on what it's bred with. I think that's really cool. It reminds me heavily of Monster Rancher, and that was an element I absolutely loved about it, so I'm glad that they're doing that here. Catching pals. In order to survive this harsh world, great teamwork with pals is necessary. Please use the mysterious device Pal Sphere to catch as many pals as you can. You can make your captured pals your friends, put them to work, sell them off, or even eat them. The Pal Sphere is really interesting, and I like how you're given all these different options to eat your pals if you wish, train them, work them to death. Like, the fact that you have free reign to do what you want in this game is pretty awesome. I wouldn't have called them Pal Spheres because it doesn't roll off the tongue very well. As a matter of fact, it's very annoying to say, but still, obviously, this is going to have elements from most monster capture games, but the thing I like about this is that it's open world, free roam. You can see the battles in 3D as they are happening. You're not just waiting on a turn or you're stuck in one like camera setting. You can actually move around a bit and see what's going on, which I think is pretty cool. The designs are also pretty cool for the monsters. It says if you want to weaken a wild pal or fight off poaching gangs, you can fight alongside your fellow pals. Each individual pal has a variety of skills. They will surely become a reliable asset. Pals can take your place and die to protect you. I think that's really interesting because there is a scene in one of the videos where a pal that looks like Electrobuzz or something is standing in front of his trainer and just taking all the bullets. And there is one where these little sheep things, as you can see in the above picture here, are actually used as a shield from bullets oncoming into a person, and it's so dark. I love it. Life with pals. Pals can walk long distances, fly, light up fires, sprinkle water, generate electricity, mine, and so on. What would be difficult for you to do on your own will be much easier with the help of your pals. With their assistance, you can enjoy a comfortable survival life, which I think is really cool that they're allowing us to have the element of our monsters alongside us for the ride, and the fact that you can use them for survival is one of the things that sets it apart from Pokemon. Honestly, I would not be surprised I wouldn't be surprised if this game comes out and then later on you see that Pokemon is like, you know what? Now, you guys can do the same thing with your Pokemon, except that, we're not going to use firearms because, we don't want people getting ideas. That is really cool. I like that Palworld has the freedom to do that. So it says that you can do all of these things and like walk long distances. I'm wondering if your character has like hunger bars. I don't think they do, but that would be interesting because they do say it's a survival game. So does that mean that you're just surviving against mobs, or do you have other elements? People say that there's harsh weather you have to worry about. There are dangers all around. That would make it easier to have a monster by your side. This would make bonding with a monster a lot easier because not only is the monster with you, but now you can see them interacting. You can actually lose them. Like, they can give their lives for you. Again, I want to reiterate that I just heard that. I don't exactly know if that's the truth or that's just something I've been hearing. But that would be amazing because in this instance, as much as I love Monster Rancher, this would make Palworld even better than Monster Rancher and Pokemon in my eyes. Automation with pals. In the world of Palworld, pals are also valuable human resources. Automate tasks such as mining, crafting, and construction by entrusting them to your pals. Labor laws do not apply to pals, so don't worry. As long as they're fed, they will work for you until they fall over. Oh my god. So even if you feed them, if they work till they're tired, they will they could die. Vicious poaching gangs. In the world of Palworld, there are poaching gangs who always target other people's pals. Oh my god, that's amazing. And pals that are forbidden to be captured. If you are caught, your pals will be taken away from you and sold off. Oh my god, cool. If you're attacked, join forces with your pals to fight them off. The fact that they can take your creatures from you, the stakes are so high in this, and I love it. There are so many games out nowadays that don't have high stakes, and it's so annoying. I would love us to go back to this actual setup where people feel as though they can legitimately lose their monsters. That makes it feel so much better to me. The fact that in Monster Rancher 1 and 2, I keep using that as an example because that's the closest thing to this that I can think of. The fact that my creatures could die. I told a story in my previous video where I had a dino from Monster Rancher 1 and he was old as shit, like really, really old. And I decided to put him in one last battle because he was legendary and an amazing fighter. But he got a crit hit from a golem, which is a very slow moving monster, but when it hits you, it does like 900 damage. Like, it was really bad. And he ended up in the hospital and he didn't come home for weeks, and I'm waiting for him to be healed. And the guide told me, yeah, your monster's dead. Sorry. He didn't make it. His injuries were too severe. He was too old. And all you see is like a tombstone where he used to be. Like, that is freaking amazing. And I think Monster Rancher, it was a little bit more of a bonding with the monster because you only had one monster at a time. But still, being able to have multiple monsters and knowing that they could be taken away or killed, maybe if you're the kind of person that wouldn't care if they're killed. And the thing is that you have the option to be that kind of person. You probably aren't that person in real life, but in the game, you're like, ooh, I can abuse these creatures? This is amazing. And there's no qualms about that because there's nothing wrong with that. And it goes a little bit eerily into Westworld territory because it's like, if it's not real, is it okay to abuse them? You know, that whole Westworld situation where people went into Westworld and the Westworld robots look very much like humans. So what would happen is people would go and like violate them. That's not something they would ever do in real life, but they're like, I want to play the villain and like screw your wife, take your wife from you. Hey there, I want to screw your wife. And you just hold this person up and they fight for their life. And since the robots are not allowed to hurt humans, you know, you just end up screwing the wife and you feel powerful or something, I guess. And that's something that you can't do in real life, but you can take it out of the robots and feel no shame because they're not real, but they're made with emotions. Look at the expressions on these poor creatures. They're made with emotions and expressions, so you can see that they're sad as you're doing it, but you can do it anyway and not worry about a thing. Well, there you go. You know, aside from the ethical things of it, in this space, it's just a game. You're not actually physically doing it to something, so whatever. But I like that they give you that choice to make you question things, to see what kind of person your character will be, because you can play a character too. It doesn't have to be you. It can be a character that you're playing. If you want to be a character that's evil and you want to try your hand at being a villain, you'd have to do that. Put yourself in a situation where you have to kill to eat, and then now pal just look like food to you or opportunities. So I think it's pretty cool that they have that available. And yeah, that's the last thing that you can see, the poaching gang. So yeah, I like that element. I like these elements that they're adding to the game. I think it's setting up to be something amazing. I can't wait till it comes out. Thanks for watching. If you guys like this game, like you have very high hopes for it, basically, you're very hyped for it and you want it to become a reality, just share the game with people. Let people know that this is a thing and pass around the word. See you later.